What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival. Welcome to the show. So let me first start off with a video from 3 years ago. Now, let's look at it, and then I'm going to talk through it. This is obviously P. Diddy and Justin Bieber. Okay. I love you, he says, Justin Bieber. Now, we know that P. Diddy has come out that he had cameras all in his house. He was videotaping elites. He was doing all sorts of Epstein-style things. Now, I want you to comment really quickly. What did you notice from that video? And then I'm going to play it again and talk through it. Name or write down what you saw in this video. Okay, now I'm going to talk through it. All right, you see him come up shaking his hand. Now, let me also say that Justin Bieber went to go live with P. Diddy when he was a child, just getting in the game. I think he was like 10 or 12 years old or something to that effect, 13 maybe, and went to go live with P. Diddy for some time. Usher also did the same. Okay. Now, he's whispering to him. He obviously knows people around him, and he goes up to whisper to him. Now, look at him feeling his chest. What's he doing? He's checking for a wire. That's what this is. You notice that he feels all over his whole chest. He's dumping his chest. And he does it so slick. P. Diddy has been trained. This is someone who has been trained. Justin Bieber probably did not even notice that P. Diddy was checking him for a wire, right? Doesn't even notice. Feels all over his whole chest where a wire would be, and then whispers something to him. And then Justin Bieber tells him he loves him. So obviously, P. Diddy, who's he working for? There's a lot of speculation. I'm probably going to do a follow-up video. There's been a lot of stuff that's came out since, and a lot of stuff you probably hadn't heard about because they've been trying to cover up. But there's been some breaking news on that front. Now, with the way the world's going and what we're going to be talking about in this video, I saw these and I thought I'd share it. Maybe you guys have seen these. Have you seen these drone defense rounds? Might need to pick some up. Might need to pick some up. They shoot out this bolo type, tethered material to spin up and destroy the propellers of the drone. Anyway, so there was we're just going to talk through this because there's a lot going on, a lot on the world stage right now. So we saw that there was a 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Taiwan. Tsunami warning issued as well in nearby Japan. What does this sound like? Right? Bible talks about this kind of stuff. This is the strongest earthquake that has hit Taiwan in 25 years. Now, I mean, you see all this footage here. Crazy, right? But the thing is that let's talk about China, Taiwan. So according to the timeline provided, I mean, dude, look at this. Sorry, I need to get up some links here. I got some other just crazy stuff. Let me pop these links up real quick. So you see all this footage, right? So anyway, it's been reported, this is by the Taiwan Defense Ministry on the X account, that Chinese aircrafts entered Taiwan's airspace prior to or at the time, look at that bridge, at the time of the earthquake hitting. There were 30 Chinese warplanes and 9 Navy vessels detected around Taiwan. Taiwan's defense ministry says. So that's not good. What does that sound like? Sounds like things are freaking about to pop off, right? So let's look at a map here. So you can see the air activities in the vicinity of the Taiwan Strait, right? Now, they've been doing this sort of stuff for quite some time. But, we know about predictive programming in these sort of things. This Chinese outlet warns that World War III may break out in South China Sea, April 3rd. The CCP China Daily published an article titled "Manila Must Be Warned Against Horrors of War," accusing the Philippines of making provocative moves and engaging in reckless brinkmanship in an attempt to draw major powers into conflict. So we're looking at the CCP warning that possible World War III. Now, at the same time, we have this right here. U.S. Border Patrol agents responded to a call from a U.S. Marine Corps base, 29 Palms, old Dirty Palms, who were detaining a Chinese national that had entered the base without authorization. And of course, he ignored orders to leave. They were telling him he needed to leave, but he did not leave. He had been confirmed to be in the country illegally. They're saying that his purpose and intent behind his actions are still being investigated. But we have to assume, guys, this is a Chinese soldier or an operative of some sort. Now, they have infiltrated heavily into our country. And if something breaks out, we now have operatives all throughout the United States that could be pulling some sort of attacks. They've literally pre-staged the board. They've attacked infrastructure. They've done all these things, waiting for something to pop off or America to get involved in something where they could just cause chaos in the streets of America. Operatives go take out critical infrastructure in the U.S. Their hackers take out critical infrastructure in the U.S. America will be dealing with mass chaos in the streets. At the same time, China goes in and jumps into Taiwan. We have elections coming, guys. If that isn't bad enough, hold on, let's hear what the esteemed Crazy Pier says about this.
Was arrested for trespassing on a California naval base. Does this speak to larger concerns that the White House has about possible Chinese spying, national security, and what are you doing about this?
So look, we take those types of incidents very seriously. I can't speak to case by case, but obviously that's something that we take very seriously. We work with folks on the ground when we see those types of cases pop up, but I just don't want to get too far into it.
Finally, Chinese.
So yeah, don't want to get any further because they know they've let them pre-stage. That's why. And they don't care. They want this. You can't believe they don't want this. Elections are coming. They're losing badly, terribly. They're not gonna beat Trump. They have to do something. And what could that be? They've tried every other card in their deck. They've got one last Uno card. So now we have the CIA has allegedly informed Israel that Iran will attack within the next 48 hours. Say what? What? You got 48 hours, guys. 48 hours. Now, of course, the CIA knows. Man, they've been planning this. What are we talking about? But then we have the Judean reports within days Iran's to launch retaliatory strikes against Israel. Says in the shadow of escalating tensions in the Middle East, a grave warning emerges from Iran, signaling a dire escalation and ongoing conflict within Israel. Following the airstrike near Iran's consulate in Syria, a strike that claimed the lives of several high-ranking members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, including their commander, Mohammad Zahidi, rumors of retaliation have intensified. According to the Arab language newspaper Al Mayadeen, the CIA has alerted Israel to the threat. Iran is in bold response, poised to launch a multifaceted attack within the next 48 hours. This operation is expected to deploy an unprecedented combination of drone swarms and cruise missiles targeting key strategic locations in Israel's border, within Israel's borders. Guys, it's going to be full-blown Iran. They want Iran so bad. How many videos have I done showing politicians like Lindsey Graham, all these rhinos, Nikki Haley, talking about wanting to go to war with Iran? They wanted this. They want this badly. Russia's already condemned Israel. You have all this movement happening at the same time. Now, so then another article says World War III fears rise as Middle East on knife's edge with one country plotting ultimate revenge. With Iran adamant about seeking revenge and Israel remaining vigilant, the situation remains volatile, raising fears of broader conflict. You can't freaking make me believe the CIA and the Mossad have not set this up. They want this. They want the war money because people are tired of giving money to Israel. Ukraine. So now they need the big military industrial complex needs full-blown scale war, World War III. Then, okay, guys, well, let's go ahead and we can't do elections right now. Complete chaos in the street. China has destroyed our infrastructure. We're going to war with China. We're going to war with Russia, Iran. We got to back our allies. That's what they're going to say. We have Finland now joining NATO. We have NATO wanting to take the lead in Ukraine. U.S. is saying they need to be the lead in the Ukraine. They have French and UK soldiers on the ground there. I mean, dude, if you can't see the writing on this wall, and then we're going to talk about April 8th too in the future, probably this weekend, because a lot of dark stuff with that too. There's so much going on. And then at the same time, you have the House Republicans that are stepping down. They're going to get Jeffries in as the new speaker, Democrat. They let Democrats take over the House. They'll have the Senate. They'll be able to pump laws in real quick. Oh, guys, got to block elections. Got to add to Supreme Court. We'll nominate all of them. And, we're going to have curfews. We're going to have martial law. And we need to send you to war. We're going to call all you guys. That draft's coming back in. We need bodies. Don't think this can't happen. 100% could happen. And Republicans, dude, they're fighting like cats and dogs as usual in the House. And it's like Republican politicians is just a slow roll. Their Democrats are a little bit slower. They move a little bit slower. But we've seen it. They've been to knee every freaking thing everything. They've been to knee to it. They've been to knee. They're all about it. And they're going to allow us to go down that path. Now, I do want to say this video is not a live stream because I did a great video with Jimmy Watson, former Marine, Blackwater, Navy SEAL, CEO for John McAfee Antivirus. Dude, they hit that video so hard. I've been on the phone with YouTube and emailing them all day today because they suppressed that video. They hit us on that video, and it's wild because Jimmy dropped some knowledge in that video, talking about the government, talking about them targeting him. And if you didn't watch that video, you need to go watch the video. I'm gonna put 2 links below. I'm gonna put that link and another link, but go watch that video. You're going to hear so much inside baseball on stuff. I mean, this dude was the right hand of John McAfee. And find out what he has to say about his demise. Go watch the video. I'm not gonna steal the thunder. Dude's a good dude, and he drops a lot of information in that video. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. I'll put the link below. But this is where we're at. And I even asked you to. Why are you guys shadow banning me? And they're like, I can understand you feel like you're shadow banned, but we want all creators to. And I'm like, well, why are you hitting my videos like this? Why are you suppressing my content? Well, you need to read a community guide. I said, I didn't go against community guidelines. Can you tell me where the video of Jimmy and I did when it against community guidelines? Oh, well, no, I don't really see where you violate. I said, I don't have any active strikes in the moment. Why am I getting targeted for this video? I said, I put an appeal last night because the video got hit immediately after it posted. I put in an appeal. I'm in the YouTube partner program currently because I lied about my gender and ethnicity, and they put me in it. But the thing is that they didn't approve it. I woke up thinking this morning to be approved, not approved, still in a review. Usually they approve it within a few minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours max. Didn't approve the appeal. So I email them again. They're like, okay, we're going to expedite it. 8 hours later, I'm like, dude, okay, I email back. It hasn't been expedited. What's going on? Then I get on chat with the partner program, going through, and they're telling me all this nonsense. Oh yeah, we want creators to succeed. I said, you don't want me to succeed. I said, for some reason, you're wanting to suppress the message in this video, and it's a complete propaganda game, and people are falling for it every single day. People, right wing guys, leftists, obviously, but people are falling for this junk, man. And the bottom line is that if you're not astute, if you're not paying attention, you could easily fall. You could easily fall. That's why we always got to cross-reference what you see. Ask the question I always ask, that I always tell you to ask. Why are they telling you this? Why is all this World War III nonsense getting published in the past 24 hours? And there's a lot more coming up. I have a lot more. that I'm going to share probably this weekend. Something's happening. Something's brewing. Something's seriously brewing. They're saying we got 48 hours. We'll see. We'll see. But the fact of the matter, guys, something's happening. Stay frosty, strapped, and dangerous, man. I'm telling you, it is there. It is there. But you have to be ready. You have to be ready on all accounts. Okay. Make sure that your loved ones, your friends, your homies, they know too. They may say you're a whack job. That's fine. They're going to figure it out. They're going to see. Whenever the things you're telling them are coming true, they're like, oh, man, that dude was right. That dude was right all along. He was on point. That's what they're going to say. And I think that if you're not prepared now, like the time is here. The time is here to be prepared. Be ready. Be vigilant. And I'm going to discuss a lot more of that this weekend. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about those sort of things. I do want to mention, you guys have been emailing me like crazy because of the notorious street pick, and it's back. We put them up this morning, dude. They're going off the shelf. So I'm going to tell you now, you better go ahead and get one. Don't wait, because you'll be emailing me next week. Hey man, you got any street picks left? They won't be left. This is a purpose-built defensive blade. Okay. Small in stature, big in impact. The bad guys are going to know. And a lot of people say, man, why do you carry guns and knives? Because the freaking bad guys do. The bad guys do. They carry knives and guns. And so anyway, has a ring there. The ring is so you can index that thing. Index is a fancy military word of figuring out what direction the point end goes, or the barrel goes, or the magazine, whatever, right? Has a clip. You can rotate it around. You can put it whatever you want. It has screws. So you can mount it pretty much however. If you want to go cross body, if you want to go scout carry, whatever you want to do, right? But I'm going to put that link along with Jimmy Watson's video. Again, good guy, gives a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and you definitely need to listen to it. This is a guy who was targeted by the U.S. government. Okay, and the fact of the matter is, all of us at some level probably are. All of us at some level probably are. Some they probably view as more of a threat than others. I read today that they went after another guy for something very, very dumb. It was another Facebook post. Facebook is definitely in bed with these boys. That's why I barely post on Facebook, man. I don't even care, because I don't think I post on Facebook. I think it like cross pollinates, or I post on Instagram, but it's totally a cesspool of fact checkers, people that sit and play freaking video games all day and watch anime. And if you do that, I'm sorry, but the thing is, I'm talking about leftists, the leftists that don't live in real world. They don't live in a real world. They're wearing the VR goggles, and they're in a fantasy land, because the real world sucks to them. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I wanted to share this intel because, man, it could be happening. It could be going down. It looks like the board is staged, and I do want to know your thoughts on it. And please go get you a street pick. Be ready, frost and strapped. Be strapped. and go check out the Jimmy Watson video from last night. And I'll put those links below. And guys, remember, stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.